Welcome to another Conversation Off the Clock. Hi, I'm Carmina Constantino Torres and this is Casey After Hours.
I think yun ang talagang major contribution ko sa ABS-CBN. You get paid for doing what you like. Oh, kinikilabutan ako. I also wrote, Piliin mo Pilipinas. Wala yung love ko for the Filipino. Gusto ko mag-resign as a Filipino.
Have you ever met a person who's just teeming with creativity? Na sa bawat linya ng sining na kanyang papasukin, maging pagpinta man yan o pagtugtog ng instrumento, namumukudtangi ang kanyang kagalingan. But the magic really happens when he weaves words and music together. The union of prose and melody giving birth to timeless anthems, capturing the hearts of millions for seasons to come. Yan ang angking talino ng susunod nating bisita, ang henyo sa likod ng bawat himig Pasko ng ABS-CBN, Robert Labayen. Robert, It's so nice to have you here on the pod. I have to say, kinikilig po ako because I'm in the presence of greatness. Robert Labayen here is the creator of anthems, no? So I'm really so honored to have you here on the program. Pero bago ka pa naging great, 'di ba? Before you reach this stature of greatness, who were you? I mean, I know you came from the ad agency, but before that, paano ka ba nagsimula?
Doing creative things?
Yes.
So I think as a child, talagang nakita ko na yung gift ko as a creative. In fact, yung daddy ko gave me the nickname Imagine. Kasi I was mostly alone at home. And I played na mag-isa. Nag-imagine ako ng people around me. And habang mag-isa ako sa bahay, I would read and paint and draw. Sabi nga ng daddy ko, pag umiiyak daw ako, bibigyan na ako ng ballpen and paper. At tatahimik na ako. So hanggang sa lumaki ako, na-realize ko na wala akong ibang talent sa math or science. No, I like science now, pero math hindi. Talagang ang soul ko talaga was going into the creative expressions.
And how important was that for you that you had that enabling environment? Kasi yung mga iba, lalo na yung daddy mo, hindi kayo pareho ng field, di ba? Siguro mas gusto niya kung nag-math ka. Pero hindi niya yun pinilit sa'yo. Bagkos, ang ginawa niya, sinuportahan niya yung pagiging creative mo. Was that a life changer for you na ganun yung naging pagpapalaki?
Yeah, I think talagang enabler siya because he would buy me art materials. So, hindi kami mayaman eh. So, he got me just cheap art materials. Yung mami ko naman, hindi siya writer or hindi siya painter, but she would arrange the house. Every week, binabago niya yung arrangement. So, natutunan ko sa kanya yung harmony and of colors. So, I think nakuha ko rin sa mami ko yung genes ng being creative. I got the genes from my mom and then my dad was the enabler. Binibigyan niya ako ng art material. So,
but they were professionals, right?
My dad was a former soldier. My mom was a teacher.
So, pag ganyan kasi, lalo na siguro sa mga magulang na nakikinig, nanonood sa atin ngayon, when they have a child that's very similar to Robert Labayen, di ba? And they're not familiar with it kasi sila hindi creative. Anong gagawin nila? Kasi yung iba sasabihin, hindi, yung ipipilit ba na maging traditional? Nakakasama ba yun pag gano'n? If for example, if they had forced you to be more like them and not enable your creativity, what would have happened?
Yeah, that's true. In my generation kasi the parents chose the career for their kids, diba? Dapat engineer ka or doctor ka. Thankfully, my mom was a guidance counselor. So, meron na siya awareness ng mga ganon. And actually, hindi ko alam if they found me eccentric kasi most creative people, I'm not sure if most, but I know so many creative people who are eccentric. I think I'm more or less normal. Pero among
I love it.
Pero among my cousins, ako talaga yung pinaka-iba. So, yung pagka-eccentric ko is mild lang. But compared to my cousins who are conventional people, iba rin ako.
Did you grow up sort of feeling that you were misunderstood?
Not so, but I always felt alone. I preferred to be alone. I was a loner talaga. Kasi I think introvert ba yun tawag doon?
Yes.
I think many creative people are introvert, you would know, creative ka rin eh, di ba?
Oo.
Yeah.
Mas gusto ko yung tahimik. Mag-isa lang ako.
Yeah, you don't go out of your way looking for friends. Yeah.
No, so ganun ka rin pala.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, great. And see? Kaya pala I'm so comfortable with you.
Ay,
Anyway,
salamat.
has it always been, of course, your main talent now is really to write songs, no? Pero nagkaroon ng punto sa buhay mo, jingles man yan or songs, na pinigilan mo actually. Pinigilan mo yung pagsulat. And you didn't really recognize, the value of it. Tell us about that point of your life. And you were actually, namamayagpag ka sa career mo, no? Nasa an ad agency person. Go ahead.
In the 80s, middle of 80s, nagkaroon ng parang creative revolution in the advertising industry. Kasi yung mga boss namin galing sa England, sa UK, dala-dala nila yung Saatchi tradition. And then, kaming creative directors in the industry, we tried to not write jingles.
Kasi
we thought it's the easy thing to do. Siyempre, papasikatan kami.
you wanted to impress.
Yeah, gusto namin ma-impress yung fellow creative directors. So, hindi kami gagawa ng jingle. Although, it's the easiest way to create an ad is a song. So, hindi kami gumagawa ng jingle. When I joined ABS-CBN and I wrote a song for Christmas, na-impress yung mga boss and it became almost viral. Wala pa masyadong social media. So, sulat na naman ako. Gustong-gusto nila every time I write a song. And nagiging hit. So, sabi ko, song lang palang gusto nyo.
And dali-dali para sa akin
dali
ito.
for me. So, sabi ko, ang swerte ko. Yeah, to be honest, I think yun talagang major contribution ko sa ABS-CBN.
Fast forward to now, right? But I do want to backtrack a bit because I think, Robert, there's a lesson right there. Dahil marami sa mga ibang tao ngayon would rather choose to impress rather than listen to their heart and their soul that this is where it's taking them. Diba? Kasi yun, pinigilan nyo sa ad agency. Pinigilan mo as a creative. Tapos yun pala, yun yung papatok.
Yeah, tama ka. Alam mo, ang realization ko dyan, kasi when I was in college and I was doing painting, may dun this was in the 70s, I went to UP for the writer's workshop. And may resurgence ng activism at that time eh. So ang tinuturo nila, art must be socially relevant.
Yeah.
Okay, so hindi ako makapaint kasi nag-isip ako ng how to be socially relevant. And then one day, I liberated myself. Sabi ko, I just paint what I like to paint. Maging isda man yan, o bulaklak, colors. And then I was liberated. And I thought, ganun pala dapat eh. Di ba? Just follow your heart, follow your soul. You don't express your art to impress your peers.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Would you say that joining ABS was sort of brought you back to at that time when you were that child alone in your room, just imagining and doing the creative fun stuff that you wanted to do?
That's true. May mga moments nga na I would say na I'm living the dream. Kasi everything I do now, nung I was growing up in a farm in high school, ito mga ginagawa ko like painting, writing articles, performing magic. These were the things I did as a child. Ngayon, that's my job. So parang ang saya eh na you get paid for doing what you like. And I get some amount of recognition. So nakakatuwa. I have no regrets.
Nahiya naman ako dun sa amount of recognition bilang ikaw si Robert Labayen. Tell us about that moment, that pivotal moment when, Gabby Lopez entered the picture and actually changed your life.
Okay. When I was in college, I was reading including your lolo, no? So I was really patriotic at the time nung college ako. When I went to advertising, so naging kapitalista ako for many years. And then
Gusto ko yan.
So when I was 42 years old, I pitched a campaign to Gabby Lopez for the Ad Congress. And my campaign was about the genius of the Filipino. And then, at that time, I don't know, but I'm just thinking that Gabby Lopez was going through a midlife crisis then.
Okay.
So nagtagpo kami. Doon sinabi niya, Robert, you must join us at ABS-CBN. So nag-resign kagad ako. Hindi ko pa alam kung magkano yung offer. Maliit pala. I had a pay cut pa nga eh.
Talaga?
Yeah, but I really chose ABS-CBN kasi ang impression ko, ABS-CBN is a patriotic media company. Before I joined, meron kayong campaigns on election and many advocacies. So I thought that was the time for me to do my duties to country.
How important is that for you? That you do something for country? Kasi paminsan, sabi mo nga nandun ka sa side ng kapitalista dati. Rarely do you hear capitalists doing something for country, di ba? Pero ito ka ngayon, importante pa rin sa puso mo. Bakit?
Alam mo, for many years sa ABS-CBN, ako big fan ako ng Filipino pride. In fact, advocacy ko yun. Kinikilabutan ako. Binibida ko talaga everything great about the Filipino. Tapos meron akong personal advocacy na when I talk in schools, sinasabihan ko yung mga kabataan to love the Filipino. Tapos na wag silang maging, kasi marami akong kilala sa college na idealistic tas nagiging corrupt, you know. So sinasabi ko yun sa mga estudyante na wag tayo maging corrupt. And to be honest with you, pwede naman siguro sabihin to na ako nung 20, kailan ba yun?
Ano?
Hindi ako naging masaya sa mga resulta ng elections, ba? And I thought, bakit ganito yung mga Pilipino? Bakit ganito sila mag-decide? So nawalan ako for a while, nawala yung love ko for the Filipino. Gusto ko mag-resign as a Filipino.
Pero paano yun? Paano ka nakakapagsulat ng isang kanta na nagbibigay pag-asa kung ikaw mismo nawawalan ng pag-asa?
That's why kaya kailangan ibalik. Kailangan ibalik yung siguro isipin ko na momentary lang yun. Dapat talagang mag-focus sa long term. Hindi naman ngayon lang ang panahon. And keep my faith in our people.
Oo. So tell us about your creative process. Ano ba yung nauuna? Because of course, alam natin yung mga Christmas anthems, nasa puso na natin yan, ano? Pero saan ka nagsisimula? Sa isang kataga ba? Sa melody ba? Sa nararamdaman mo ba nung mga panahon na yon?
So sa melody, hindi ako nakakapag-compose ng music. No? I just write the lyrics. Iniisip ko kung ano ang gustong marinig ng tao at that time. Kasi nung sinulat ko yung Star ng Pasko, di ba? So lugmok ang mga kababayan natin. Anong gusto nilang marinig na message of hope? So doon ako nagsisimula. Nalagay ko yung sarili ko sa audience. Kung anong mga words ang maglilift sa akin, magbibigay ng encouragement. So that's where I start.
What was the hardest song to write? What was the hardest Christmas anthem to write?
Ay, yung Star ng Pasko was kasi umpisa pa lang uli yun, so medyo natagalan ako doon, maraming drafts. Pero so after that, madali na. No? Ngayon, it's getting harder and harder again. Kasi paulit-ulit na lang yung Christmas. Di ba? So, how do I spin it differently? Ganon.
But then, 2020, when we lost our franchise, and the song that you wrote then was Ikaw ang liwanag at ligaya.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to write that song?
Yeah. Thankfully, there are other people na in CCM who can write songs. Na-inspire sila. Everyone wants to be able to write a song. So, ang tawagan namin sa amin kuminsan, CCM Music. Kasi lahat na sila nagsusunod ng kanta. In fact,
yung
this year.
CCM po, yun yung agents, yung department head si Sir Robert Labayen. And it's the creative... Anong tawag
Creative Communication Management.
Yan, Creative Communication Management. So, sila, may mga kasama ka nang nagsusulat.
Yeah, in fact, this year, 4 sila nagsulat. Tapos tinahi-tahi ko na lang. Yan. So, kasi baka naubusan rin ako and then, thankfully, marami nang sumusunod.
You know, before this interview, pinakinggan ko lahat.
Wow!
Pinakinggan lahat ng mga sinulat mo. And the theme is consistent. Of course, Christmas. Of course, country, community, and love. Diba? Yun ba yung formula? Tingin mo ba pag nandun lang yung focus mo, andun din yung pagmamahal ng bawat taong makikinig, makakarinig dun sa kanta?
I think hindi lang sa mga songs natin, kundi sa mga palabas natin mismo. Buong ABS-CBN, nagre-resonate sa masa, sa lahat ng Pilipino, ang message of love, God, family. Sobrang lakas ng family natin eh. So pag yun ang message mo, love, God, family, hope, ayun, talagang umakapit sila. And buti na lang, hindi nang gustong sulatin ng puso ko. So, sakto.
Ano ang pakiramdam mo, Robert, na yung mga kantang sinusulat mo, hindi natatapos sa panahon ng Pasko this year, sa launch ng Christmas Station ID this year, pero naririnig mo sa kalsada, naririnig mo sa mga Christmas parties. How does that make you feel?
Nakakakilig din eh. Tapos, minsan pag naririnig ko sa mall, tatawag ko yung mga anak ko, pakinggan niyo, pakinggan niyo. And I also wrote, Piliin Mo Pilipinas.
Yes.
Diba? So, nakakatuwa yun kasi sa lahat ng festival sa Pilipinas, siya yung kino-choreograph, di ba? Kinakanta ng mga choir.
Nagbago na ng administrasyon,
Yun pa
ng
rin,
DOT secretary, pero yun pa din.
Linggo ng wika. Tapos yung apo ko, sabi niya, Lolo, we sang your song in school. Sabi ko, wow, may legacy na ako. Kasi siguro hanggang lumaki yung apo ko, my lolo wrote that. So,
Tell us about that creative, the process behind the creation of Piliin Mo ang Pilipinas.
so we launched the website Choose Philippines with, under the leadership of Chari Villa. Sabi niya, Robert, gawa ka nga ng kanta. Tapos kinakantsawan niya ako na, alam ko na susulat mo eh. Sasabihin mo, tara, pasyal tayo. Ganon, mga predictable. So tawa na ako kasi alam ko hindi ko susulat yun eh.
Sorry talaga. Sorry, natawa ako.
Basta, hindi ko alam kung tinutukso niya ako or whatever, sina-challenge. But, so naisip ko yung metaphor, no? Ng minsay natuwa ang may likha, 7,000 pulo ang ginawa. Bakit? Ay, ako, ba't ako hindi kalabutan sa sarili kong sulat? Hindi ko alam kung, hindi naman ako nakadroga nun eh. Hindi naman ako nag-drugs. Ever. Tapos lumabas lang siya nung masaya kasi minimagine ko lang how God blessed the Philippines with such beauty. Ayun, saka ini-avoid ko yung mga predictable na kanta. So yun, nung unang mabasa ni Chari, naiyak siya. Ayun, tapos yung unang marinig ni Charo Santos, naiyak siya.
Do you know it right away that it's gonna be a hit?
Actually, no. Hindi ko mo predict. You hope it will be a hit. And you also try some formulas to make it a hit. Like the chorus. The chorus should be singable and easy to remember. About 4 or 6 lines lang na madaling sundan. Yung kasi ang nagdadala ng kanta is the chorus. Ayun. Saka sa pagsulat ng kanta, the difficult part is the first line.
Correct.
Once you had the first line, sunod-sunod na yan. Kaya ako minsan, pag nahihirapan ako sa first line, I start with the other lines muna. The chorus or the bridge. Sometimes, pag isip ako ng kanta on this topic, wala pang structure, susulat lang ako ng lines na parang parts of a jigsaw puzzle or a Lego. Hindi ko pa alam kung saan sila pupunta. Nakapark lang sila as lines na.
Pero sulat ka lang ng sulat. Kahit anong pumasok, basta
Kasi
sinusulat mo
ang
lang.
technique talaga sa in any creative expression, as you would know also, is wag mong isa-censor ang sarili. Talagang, ang unang labas niyan, pangit eh, di ba? Pero wag mo lang pigilan, wag mong isa-censor, just unleash what's in your brain. Ganun, lagay mo lang doon. And pag nakita mo na, then you can arrange.
When you write the Christmas songs of ABS, meron bang ka ba na here you are, you're a composer, but you're also writing for other composers to sing? Kasi andyan sila Gary V, andyan sila Ogie, di ba? Sila rin sumusulat ng kanilang sariling mga kanta. Or hindi mo na inisip yun, basta sulat ka na lang.
Ang pressure actually is to do better than previous year. Kasi pag tumitingin ka sa YouTube, lagi nilang kino-compare. Na mas maganda ba ito sa bro o mas maganda yung last year, ganun sila eh. So paano mo, ang pressure sa akin is paano ko hihigitan at paano mabibigyan ng bagong spin. Ginagawa namin para may bago yung bridge part. Anong year ba yun na yung meron tayong bridge part na biglang nag-dialect, nag-translate into different languages? So may surprise palagi sa bridge part. Yun ang alam ng team ko, kaya last year, biglang may English na parang children's choir.
Yes.
Tapos ngayon, merong beanie. So, ayun, ang isa sa mga ginagawa namin to sound new.
At this point, I want to focus a bit on Beanie. Diba? Coming from the advertising world, and of course, you're a creative as well. Anong nakikita mo kung bakit ang laki-laki nila? Paano nila narating to? And your thoughts on the journey of Beanie?
Sayang hindi ko napanood yung docu about them. Pag tinitingnan ko sila, I think they are relatable. No, kasi magaganda sila, no? Pero hindi sila yung masasabi mong parang fully made up, na naka-heels na pang pageant. Hindi sila ganun eh. They look like, kapitbahay mo na maganda at may talent at magaling. So, madaling makarelate yung tao sa kanila, I think. No? Nakikita nila yung sarili nila. Parang very accessible. And it could be them.
At saka parang yung mga songs nila, hindi iba sa kung sino sila. There's a sense of, there's no disconnect. Di ba yung iba, merong mga pinakanta mo, alam mong, kinanta lang nila. Di ba may mga ganon? Hindi yung parang sila mismo yun eh.
Yeah, kasi ang sinasabi sa akin, hindi naman ako Gen Z, no? Sinasabi sa akin, ang Gen Z daw ngayon, which is the market of Beanie. Naghahanap sila ng authenticity. Ngayon kasi is the era of personalities, no? Talagang kahit sa vloggers or sa characters, they're looking for realness of a person. Parang ang lakas ng ngayon ng cult of personality, bumabalik siya. So hinahanap nila yun.
Now in this point in your life, how has your creative process changed? May nag-iba ba?
Maybe in a way, kasi when I was younger, yung creative work mo is always following directions from clients, etc. Diba? Ngayon, I'm more free, I think, to express myself. Kahit sa work, sa office, kasi hindi man ako pinapakialaman ng mga boss natin masyado. They just give a little pointers.
Subukan lang nila, gano'n. Wala kayong Christmas song. Subukan nyo.
I'm freer. And then kahit sa painting ngayon, now I just paint flowers and landscapes. Dati parang baduy flower landscape. That's what my heart wants to do. And ina-appreciate naman ng mga tao. So, wow.
For a creative, what's more important? That you create or that your creation is appreciated?
Mahalaga yung appreciation, of course. Kasi it sort of affirms you na tama yung ginawa mo. Okay, and then siyempre, it's human nature to crave recognition. So, hindi ko i-deny na mahalaga sa akin. Kinikilig ako pag mayroong natutuwa. I think it's a great reward for every artist, every creator. More than the money, actually. More than the amount of money they pay you for your work. But it's the appreciation of people. To me, ayun ang mahalaga.
Ano ang maipapayo mo dun sa mga ngayon na magsisimula ulit? Because it's similar to, writing a song. Sometimes you write it and it flows.
Yeah.
Sometimes you write it and it gives you pause and then you just need to write again and restart. What advice would you give those who are watching us now?
So a few years ago, nagsulat ako ng article about the importance of the ritual of writing New Year's resolutions. Kasi that is a signal that you have a new beginning. No, I don't take it like a parang habit lang, Parang mahalaga sa akin yun Kasi this is the time na may imagine mo, may isip mo kung anong unfinished business in your life. And that gives you a really good start again, no? Importante kasi sa atin, life is in a constant flux, di ba? So everything changes. So how do you adjust? How do you set new goals? It's important for every person, I think, na laging may bagong goal, even hindi niya na-achieve yung before. Kasi it's a motivation The motivation that makes you wake up in the morning in pursuit of that goal. The enthusiasm for life begins with a goal that you set for yourself.
Meron tayong mga words na nandito, bumunod si Sir Robert, pagkatapos kung ano yung word na napili niya, yun yung sisimulan niya, yun yung first word ng kanta. nakakantahin niya. And then he's gonna end at a specific point na yun naman yung dudugtungan ko. Ikaw muna. Ano ang word?
Darating.
Darating?
Darating?
Hirap nito,
Ayan. Di ba ka pwede magbigay ng clue? Wala bang anong kantang darating?
Meron ako.
Sa darating na Pasko. Meron ka alam?
Diba nawala tuloy. Kanina naisip ko na eh. Pass.
Yeah, pass. Wala akong
I
ano
don't
dati.
think it's gonna,
Meron bang kantang
Ang
darating na
Pasko
simula?
ay darating. Na 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 na.
Okay.
Diba? I just don't know the lyrics.
Ngayon at kailanman.
Anong word?
Ngayon.
Okay.
Ngayon at kailanman.
Sumpa ko'y...
Sumpa ko'y iibigin ka ngayon at kailanman.
Kailanman? Tulungan niyo ako. Ano? Meron ka alam?
Wala.
Okay. Ako naman. Kapiling. Pass. Okay. Next. Puro Tagalog pala to. Sayo. Sayo lamang. Ano susunod doon? Ang puso ko. Sayo lamang. Ang buhay ko. Kung maiba. Iba. O pass. O bunot.
Kailan? Dahil kinanta mo na to, di ba?
Hindi pa. Kailanman yun eh. Ayun na!
Hindi ko naman susunod yun eh.
Kailan kaya ano?
Ano? Hindi ko naman. Kailan kaya
Kailan ka mapapansin?
Yun, kailan mo ba mapapansin? Hanggang pansin na lang.
Pansin?
Oh. Ano ba madali?
Pansin? Pass! Last! Okay, last. Mahal na mahal kita. Hindi ako magbabago. Pangako ko sa'yo. Tama ba yun? Hindi nyo alam yun eh.
Makata ka pala.
Oo. Kunyari sa banyo. Robert Labayen, the genius, the legend. Thank you so much for joining us today. It really warms my heart to share this space with you. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
And that's it for another episode of KC After Hours. You know the drill. Like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.